When men grow older, many changes take place in the body that can sometimes feel discouraging. But the truth is that certain simple habits can make a surprising difference. One of those habits that often gets overlooked is the role of self-pleasure in supporting prostate health and overall circulation. The prostate is a small gland, but has an important function in the male reproductive system, and keeping it healthy becomes especially important after the age of 60. Over time, fluid can build up, circulation may slow down, and some men notice discomfort or urinary issues. By allowing the body to release through masturbation, that buildup is reduced, circulation is stimulated, and the muscles around the prostate remain more active, almost like giving the gland a gentle workout. Many urologists compare it to stretching or moving your joints. The more you keep things moving in a safe and natural way, the better the body tends to respond. For older men, it is important to look at this not as something shameful or unnecessary, but as part of a healthy routine. Just as walking each day helps the heart and lungs, giving attention to the prostate through regular release helps keep that part of the body functioning more smoothly. When you think about circulation, imagine water flowing through a hose. If the water sits too long, it can become stagnant. But when you let it move freely, the hose stays clear and fresh. The same idea applies here. Ejaculation helps move fluids, reduce pressure, and keep the gland healthier. For many men, this simple practice has also been linked with a lower risk of certain prostate problems. And while it's not a magic cure, it certainly gives the body support in a natural way. Another benefit is the way self-pleasure supports blood flow. With age, circulation tends to weaken, and men may notice that erections are not as strong or as frequent as they once were. Masturbation encourages blood to flow into the tissues, strengthening them and reminding the body how to respond. Think of it as maintenance, like keeping the engine of a car running so that it doesn't stiffen up from lack of use. Even if the experience is different than when you were younger, the health benefits remain valuable. Some men also find that it reduces the feeling of heaviness in the lower abdomen or relieves mild discomfort connected to the prostate. There's also an emotional side to this that is worth mentioning. Older men often feel that intimacy is something that belongs to youth, but your body still responds, still enjoys, and still benefits from gentle stimulation. By embracing self-pleasure without guilt, you are giving yourself permission to maintain an active connection with your body. That simple acceptance can reduce stress, ease anxiety about aging, and create a healthier relationship with your own sense of masculinity. The key is to see it as part of self-care, just like eating well or taking your vitamins, rather than something to be embarrassed about. Practical steps can make the experience more comfortable. A relaxed environment, perhaps after a warm shower, helps the muscles loosen and improves circulation even further. Staying hydrated and eating foods rich in antioxidants like tomatoes, berries, and green vegetables also supports prostate function. If dryness or sensitivity is an issue, using a safe, gentle lubricant can prevent irritation and make the process more enjoyable. These small details add up to a healthier, safer, and more positive routine that doesn't just help the prostate, but improves overall well-being. With a little openness and consistency, many older men discover that this private practice becomes one of the simplest and most natural ways to support both physical and emotional health as they continue to age gracefully. As men move into their 60s and beyond, one of the most common concerns is the gradual decline in testosterone levels. This hormone influences energy, mood, muscle strength, and even motivation. And while it is natural for it to decline with age, there are many ways to support the body so that those levels remain in a healthy range. Masturbation plays a part here because sexual activity, even alone, signals the body to maintain hormonal activity. When release happens, certain pathways in the brain and body are activated that support the natural rhythm of testosterone production. It does not create a dramatic boost like medication might, but it works like gentle maintenance, reminding the body to keep producing what it needs and to keep the system alive and responsive. Many men do not realize that this small habit can be one piece of the puzzle in keeping their hormones in balance. Alongside that, lifestyle choices play a big role. Simple daily habits like walking, light stretching, or even gardening help support natural testosterone levels because movement increases circulation and reduces fat around the waistline, which is known to lower testosterone. Just 20 minutes of consistent walking each day is often enough to see improvements in energy and mood. Pairing this with strength-building activities like carrying groceries, light dumbbell exercises, or using resistance bands can further encourage the body to produce and regulate hormones more effectively. These movements do not need to be exhausting. Instead, they should feel enjoyable and sustainable, fitting naturally into daily life so that they become second nature. Diet is another important factor. Zinc-rich foods such as pumpkin seeds, beans, and lean meats help the body sustain testosterone levels, while foods high in vitamin D, like salmon or fortified dairy, support the body's hormonal system. For men who enjoy cooking, simply sprinkling pumpkin seeds on a salad or having grilled fish once or twice a week can provide these essential nutrients. Nuts, eggs, and whole grains are also simple additions that bring balance to hormone health. The point is not to chase a strict diet, but to find small, enjoyable changes that can be repeated consistently, because consistency is what matters most over time. Many older men are surprised to find that these subtle shifts in food choices make them feel stronger, more energetic, and more stable in mood. Rest is equally important. Quality sleep is when the body repairs itself and produces hormones, including testosterone. Without enough rest, even the best diet and exercise habits cannot do their full job. Creating a calm nighttime routine, reducing late-night caffeine or heavy meals, and spending a few minutes before bed in relaxation, whether through gentle stretching, reading, or even masturbation can all help the body ease into deeper sleep. When the body rests well, testosterone levels are naturally supported. Energy feels more stable during the day, and emotional well-being improves. The cycle becomes reinforcing. Better rest encourages better habits, and better habits encourage healthier hormone balance. For older men, it is important to recognize that boosting testosterone naturally is not about trying to feel like you are 25 again, but about maintaining the vitality and balance that allows you to enjoy daily life with confidence. Small habits like staying active, eating nourishing foods, taking care of your sleep, and embracing regular self-pleasure are practical tools that help the body stay in tune with itself. Together, these actions create a steady foundation that supports long-term health, makes each day feel more energetic, and keeps the spark of vitality alive well into later years. One of the often overlooked but very real benefits of masturbation, especially for older men, is its ability to relieve stress and promote better sleep. As we age, it becomes common to experience restless nights, waking up multiple times, or lying in bed with racing thoughts. These sleep disturbances can be linked to stress, changes in hormones, or even simple discomforts in the body. Masturbation can act as a natural solution because it triggers the release of endorphins and other feel-good chemicals in the brain. These hormones act like the body's natural relaxants, calming the nervous system and creating a sense of comfort that prepares the body for rest. Many men notice that after release, their minds quiet down and their bodies feel more at ease, making it easier to fall asleep without the need for medications or complicated routines. The stress relief effect is equally important. Older adults often carry a silent weight of worries about health, family, finances, or loneliness. These thoughts can build up tension in the body, especially in the shoulders, chest, and lower back. And this tension often keeps the mind in a loop of unease. Masturbation helps release this buildup, not just physically, but emotionally. The rhythmic activity, the breathing involved, and the eventual release all combine to mimic the effects of a calming exercise. Just like a walk in the park or a session of deep breathing, it signals the body that it is safe to let go of stress for a while. This short escape can reset the mood, lift feelings of heaviness, and give the mind a chance to reset before moving forward with the day or preparing for the night. For sleep in particular, the timing matters. Many men find that self-pleasure in the evening works like a natural sleep aid, helping them drift off more quickly and stay asleep for longer stretches. Imagine the difference between lying awake, staring at the ceiling for hours versus easing into rest with a relaxed body and a calmer mind. Even for men who may not experience strong physical arousal anymore, the gentle act of stimulation still encourages the same hormonal and neurological responses that support sleep quality. The body does not need intense effort. It responds to simple, consistent signals, and masturbation provides exactly that. It is also worth noting that the connection between stress and sleep is circular. Stress makes it hard to sleep, and lack of sleep makes stress feel heavier. This cycle can take a toll on mood, energy, and even immune health. Masturbation can act as a tool to break this cycle, giving men a way to quiet their thoughts and reset their sleep rhythm. Combined with other healthy habits like reducing screen time before bed, drinking calming herbal teas, or practicing slow breathing, it becomes part of a gentle routine that tells the body it is time to rest. The key is not to overthink it, but to embrace it as one of many natural ways to care for yourself. When older men accept masturbation as a normal and positive part of their routine, they are also giving themselves permission to prioritize rest and relaxation. The body responds to this kindness, rewarding you with calmer nights, brighter mornings, and a steadier mood throughout the day. In this way, what may seem like a private act becomes a meaningful part of stress management and sleep hygiene, supporting not just the body, but also the mind and spirit as you age gracefully. As men age, comfort and safety in intimate routines become even more important, and masturbation is no exception. What may have once been effortless can now require more attention to detail, especially when it comes to skin sensitivity, dryness, or even mobility issues. Creating an environment that feels safe and supportive allows older men to continue enjoying the benefits of self-pleasure without unnecessary discomfort. Hygiene is the first step, and it can be as simple as washing hands and gently cleansing the genital area before and after. A warm shower not only takes care of cleanliness, but also relaxes the muscles, improves circulation, and reduces the chance of irritation, making the entire experience more comfortable. Lubrication becomes a key part of this stage of life. With age, natural lubrication can decrease, and friction may lead to dryness or even small skin irritations. Using a safe, gentle, water-based, or natural lubricant can transform the experience, making it smoother, more enjoyable, and safer for delicate skin. There is no need for anything fancy. Even simple, fragrance-free options work well. The important part is consistency, because protecting the skin ensures that the activity stays a source of comfort rather than discomfort. Some men also find that warming the lubricant slightly before use enhances relaxation and makes the process more soothing. Small adjustments like this can make a big difference in maintaining long-term enjoyment. The environment in which self-pleasure takes place can also influence comfort and safety. Choosing a quiet, private space where you feel at ease helps the body relax. And when the body is relaxed, circulation improves and tension melts away. For men who may struggle with mobility or stiffness, positioning is important. Finding a supportive chair, a comfortable bed, or even using pillows to reduce strain on the back or knees can make the act less tiring and more accessible. It's about working with your body as it is now, instead of trying to force it into routines from decades past. Adapting in this way is not a sign of weakness, but a form of wisdom, recognizing that the goal is health and comfort, not performance or comparison. Another part of safe habits is paying attention to frequency and balance. While regular release supports prostate health and emotional well-being, it is also important not to overdo it to the point of soreness or fatigue. Listening to the body's signals helps maintain a healthy rhythm that feels refreshing rather than draining. Hydration also plays a quiet but supportive role, as drinking enough water keeps tissues healthier and reduces the likelihood of discomfort. Adding foods rich in omega-3 fatty acids, like walnuts or salmon, can further support skin elasticity and circulation, making the body more resilient overall. For older men, building these small habits around hygiene, lubrication, positioning, and balance creates a safe and reassuring framework for self-pleasure. It removes the worry of irritation, makes the body feel more cared for, and turns the experience into a positive routine that is as much about self-care as it is about intimacy. When practiced with this gentle attention, masturbation becomes not just a private act, but part of a healthy lifestyle that supports comfort, dignity, and ongoing vitality. Confidence and mood are deeply connected to the way a man feels about his own body. And as the years go by, it is easy for many older men to assume that intimacy and pleasure are things that belong only to the younger version of themselves. This belief can quietly erode self-esteem, leaving some men feeling disconnected or even ashamed of their natural desires. Masturbation, when seen in a positive light, can be a powerful way to rebuild that connection with the body and nurture a sense of vitality. By engaging in self-pleasure without guilt, you are affirming that your body is still capable of joy, still deserving of attention, and still alive in ways that go beyond just physical function. This acceptance brings with it a boost in confidence, the kind that spills into other areas of life, like social interactions, hobbies, and even the simple daily activities that require a spark of energy. The release of endorphins and dopamine during masturbation also has a measurable effect on mood. These are the brain's natural chemicals for happiness and reward, and their presence can lighten feelings of sadness, loneliness, or fatigue. For older men who may sometimes feel isolated, this natural lift in mood can be a reminder that pleasure and satisfaction are not tied to age, but to the willingness to engage with life in whatever form feels right. Even a short moment of release can provide hours of improved mood, clearer thinking, and a calmer outlook. These benefits go beyond the bedroom, making everyday challenges easier to face with a more positive attitude. There is also an empowering aspect in staying connected with your body. Masturbation helps maintain a sense of control and familiarity with physical changes that come with age. Instead of ignoring or avoiding the changes, this practice helps you observe them with patience and kindness. For example, erections may not be as firm or as long-lasting as before, But learning to enjoy the sensations without pressure creates an acceptance that strengthens emotional resilience. This resilience is important because it allows you to approach aging not with fear, but with confidence that your body still holds value and purpose. In this way, self-pleasure becomes more than a physical act. It becomes a lesson in embracing the present moment and appreciating the body for what it can still give. Longevity is not only about how many years you live, but about the quality of those years. A man who feels confident, emotionally balanced, and comfortable in his own skin is more likely to engage in other healthy habits like walking, eating well, and maintaining friendships. The positive feedback from masturbation can support this lifestyle by keeping energy levels steady and the outlook on life more hopeful. It becomes a gentle reminder that age does not define vitality, and that every man has the ability to keep his inner spark alive. The courage to continue nurturing this private but powerful connection with your body sends a strong message that life remains full of opportunities for pleasure, confidence, and meaning at every stage.